Zim, and the Rocket.
Perfect!
So I was lucky enough to attend week 3 of the TGL. It was Atlanta versus New York. It's kind of been up and down with the whole TGL fan experience. The first 2 weeks got pretty good reviews because it was new and exciting, and then it kind of dipped after week 3, and then just last night they had week 4, Tiger versus Rory, and the hype train is rolling again. So I'm gonna give you my impressions of attending a TGL event live. So I'm gonna talk about the good, the bad, and I guess the awkward. So the good. Seeing professional golf up close and in person is unbelievable. You get to see 24 of the top golfers in the world 50 feet away from you talking, going through their shot process, and like the physical ability of these golfers is obviously very impressive. The facility, SoFi, it is very, very cool. You know, it's a smaller, more intimate setting. There's good lights, there's good stereo. Roger Steele's on the mic trying to hype people up. There's a DJ. The energy is trying to, I guess, promote itself to be a little bit adjacent to the PGA Tour experience. Kind of get away from the shh, and this is more like the ah, but we'll talk more about that later. When you arrive at the facility, there's a trailer outside. It has a golf sim. You can hit some balls and kind of get the feel for the TGL experience. Inside, there's a really good pro shop for lots of swag for whichever team you want, or if you just want to get generic TGL gear. There's good concessions, good washrooms, good drinks and food. It's a good like mini stadium experience. Obviously, it's a lot to take in, and this will touch into the kind of enthusiasm and crowd experience a little bit later. The screens are awesome, the turf is awesome. The best part ever is the green and the green structure and all the green surrounds. Out in the lobby, they show you kind of a cross section of how that green is made. I don't know if it's hydraulic or air assisted, but just how they change the topography and how it rotates and stuff. In between the holes, or while the golfers are hitting into the screen, they're outfitting it and resetting the pin, and it is just like the dopest thing ever. The tech is top notch. The cameras, there's no cameramen. There's drones flying around, there's RE cameras, 2 RE cameras on a track kind of going around the stands, and there's a bunch of 4-wheel off-road kind of remote controlled camera drone things as well. So I was in the lower level in the last row, and that just kind of proves that there isn't a bad seat in the house. You could see everything. I was pretty far away from the screen. I was just at the back right side of the green. So the chipping and the putting and those conversations I could hear really close. The actual drives and approach shots I was a little far away from. On your upper level, you have your like suites and your like coaches suites or like owner suites and stuff. Obviously I wasn't up there, but yeah, everywhere is a good seat and you have a good view of the action. The bad. Now, this is a weird one. It's been talked about more and more. For those of you that have played sim golf before or used launch monitors, sometimes you get misreads. And a lot of times it's your buddy saying, oh, I usually hit my drive 275 and it's only going 250. Talk to your buddy about that one. But traditionally based radar systems do have a hard time indoors. Talking about your TrackMan and your Full Swing. So Full Swing Golf is a partnership with Tiger Woods. I don't know if he's an owner or a stakeholder or an ambassador, but even before TGL, he was partnered with them. So of course, when TGL launches, they're gonna use Full Swing. Now, you saw it during week 1, you saw it during week 2, you saw it during week 3. Maybe they told them not to have as big of a reaction during week 4, but there has been a handful of times when a professional golfer who knows his distances, he's probably hit 100,000 8-irons and he knows it goes 175 yards. And when these pros are hitting a pure golf shot like Tiger Woods and airmailing the green 20 yards, or like Kevin Kistner hitting a shot 15 yards short, no offense, Kiss, that's a misread. There is something wrong. So like I was saying, traditionally based radar systems indoors have a hard time, mainly with the spin. There isn't enough time or calculation to capture that spin. That's why most, if not, I guess I can't say all, but most professional golfers are now using a high-speed camera base like the GC Quad. So that's the challenging thing with the launch monitor. There is going to be misreads. I guess it's fair and equal across both teams because it can happen to anybody, but it's just frustrating for like an elite level PGA golfer that knows their distances and knows their golf game to get some weird quirky stuff. The other bad thing is the software itself. So obviously it's a Full Swing system, so it's a Full Swing software. Those of you that have watched my channel before or are versed in the golf sim space, this software is kind of clunky to me. The ball physics are weird. The graphics are the graphics. It is what it is. You're not there for the graphics. You're here to see the golfer and to check out the facility and see the package, how it looks on television. The graphics are average. Like, they're not as good as GS Pro. GS Pro is kind of proving to be the industry standard for golf sim softwares. E6 is kind of the old school guys. They've been around for a while. They're okay. I would say this graphics would be in line with E6. But it's the ball physics that's weird. Next time you watch week 5 and tell me what you think when a ball lands in the bunker. It just kind of like scoots and skirts around, and it doesn't perform like an actual ball does in real life. And I think that's what GS Pro prides itself in. So GS Pro is a third party. They don't have affiliates with any other courses. It would be a hard sell for TGL to make some changes. Maybe in season 2 they can tweak the existing setup they have with Full Swing, but it's there's some room for improvement there. The other bad thing, and this is the worst thing, the fan experience live isn't even close to as good as watching it on TV. So I guess this leads to the awkward part. So right when you walk in, you know when you go to a traditional PGA event, they have signs like quiet please. They have signs saying like loud please, and there's greeters at the door and they're like, we're gonna need your energy, we're gonna get hyped up, this is it. And then you get to the seats, and I don't know if there's so much else going on or it's just a distraction, but all the like ambassadors and staff are having a really hard time getting the audience hyped up. And even myself, I didn't know how to behave. Like when they gave the introductions, I stood up and clapped. And you just don't know what to do. And Roger Steele's on the mic, he's doing a great job. They have a live DJ, they crank the tunes, they're trying to get everybody hyped up, but no one's hyped up. It's just awkward. It's super, super awkward. People don't know to cheer or talk or whisper or yell or shout. It's just like, and they're even like, we're going live on ESPN in 1 minute, we're gonna need your energy. And then we go live and everyone's just kind of like, hey, just kind of like looking around. And I get it, it's new, it's the pilot season. If this thing continues, I know there's gonna be improvements, or hopefully there will be if it does continue. The other thing that makes this made for TV tenfold and makes it so that I would probably never attend another TGL event live unless they change some things, you don't get any audio. So in the seats on the lower level, there's 5 rows. You have speakers right here, and all it's doing is playing the music that the DJ's playing. You don't get any of the mics between the players. You don't get any of the like hot mics or conversations or chirps or conversations between the groups. You also don't get any of the announcers. You can't hear a thing. Only when they get really close to you, when they're like chipping, if they hit a ball long, you can kind of hear it. Proved my point that this package is being sold to the masses on a TV audience. You know, they're trying to get 1 million viewers per week, and they've done it, I think, 3 out of 4 weeks. And maybe that's why there's only 11,000 seats in this stadium, because it's just like a byproduct or like their secondary option to putting out a good product on television. Obviously, it's still fun to watch. The most exciting part is after they hit an approach shot, you're kind of waiting and looking around the green to see where the spotlight's gonna go, where their chip comes, and it's kind of in a weird spot. Everyone goes like, oh, wow. So that's definitely a really cool opportunity. So what changes would they need to make? You need more seats, you need more people. You need at least 5,000 people to get some noise in there. You need to give us like an earpiece or those speakers so we can hear kind of those hot takes and hear that conversation between the announcers and the team players. Other than that, it's a good product. Like, it was cool to see last week be a little bit more competitive. The shot clock and the hammer, I get it. They're trying to make it like a sport and there's a ref. It's not really a factor. Like, it's just, okay, I'd take a timeout and then I'm gonna read this putt again. That's not the biggest deal. So what do you guys think? If you've watched TGL on TV, the select few of you, if you've been able to see one live, what did you think about the live experience versus the TV experience? Are you tuning into TGL each week? Do you have a favorite team? What do you see TGL doing down the road? How can they improve to make it more of an exciting product? Thanks for watching. I was lucky enough to attend the PGA show. I have lots of content coming out about that, so subscribe for more. Share this video with a friend. Hit that like button. Support my channel. I appreciate that. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Okay, TGL, we're going without a script. So I was lucky enough to attend week 3 of the TGL.